Meanwhile, the committee is also looking to increase the number of polling stations by some 30% and to put 2 voting booths in every station to speed up the voting process. Now, on a related note, election campaigns often seemingly focused on the division between the secular and the ultra-Orthodox communities in Israel. And among the more persistent allegations is that the Haredim, or the ultra-Orthodox, are living off of the state while refusing to contribute their fair share. But is this actually true? With me to break down the numbers is Leah Aharoni, ultra-Orthodox founder of the LoveYour.Biz business consulting firm. Leah, thank you so much for being with us. Now, talk to me about numbers. How many Haredim actually live off of the state while they study, pray, etc., and how much do they receive in government subsidies?
Hello, Aaron. Thank you for having me. So this is a very persistent stereotype, which is completely not true, and I'll give you the exact numbers. There are 135,000 Haredi men studying in yeshivot, in religious colleges, out of over 1 million Haredis in Israel. Haredi make about 12% of the population, and 1 in 10 Haredim actually studies in yeshiva. Now, about the funding. A non-married Haredi student gets 0 in stipends. His yeshiva will get about 400 shekels or $130 for board. That's 1/10 of what Israel funds a college student. And a married Haredi student gets 750 shekels. That's about $250 a month. That's the stipend.
So,
and overall, Globes a business newspaper found that the government funds the Haredi sector specifically because the Haredi 1 billion shekels a year out of the 500 billion shekel Israeli budget.
So why does this so-called, fact persist?
Why does it persist? Because divide and conquer is a very convenient political tool, and our politicians love dividing and conquering us and playing us off each other for their own gain.
Well, I think what's actually very interesting as well that you mentioned the Globe's article that really brought this back into the the country's consciousness ahead of the elections. Something else that they really talked about was how they make do with such little stipends, which actually may contribute to why people think that they're sponging off of the state. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, very simple. They work. 65% of Haredim actually go to work. They get up in the morning, put on their clothes, get on the bus or in a car and go to work, just like the rest of us. And Haredim make the work a little bit less than the general population. I think about 15 points less. So that's the difference in the Cole families. But most Haredim get up and go to work. They have much simpler lifestyles. So Haredi families' income is about 2/3 of a regular Israeli family's income. And the deficit is made through mutual assistance and help. So, for example, my family runs what's called a gemach. It's a mutual assistance fund. Every summer, we get all the families in our neighborhood to trade textbooks, so nobody has to pay for textbooks. Wow. And if you open any Haredi town yellow pages, you will find dozens upon dozens of pages of private individuals opening different mutual assistance.
It's little like small community organized help funds and aid and things like that.
Exactly. You need a wedding dress. You need a pacifier for a kid in the middle of the night. You need medication. You need
medical
anything.
equipment.
Basically, there's somebody who has it at home. Medical equipment. Well, people have that stuff at home and they give it to each other.
All right. Leah Aharoni, thank you so much for shedding some light on this topic.
My pleasure.